Yo, what's good, y'all? Man, we got Spider-Man No Way Home, alternated ending, and deleted scenes, man, on Spider-Man No Way Home, man. So, yeah, leave a like to my channel, and yeah, let's get it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires, with Spider-Man No Way Home heading into the third weekend now domestically, and with a rather lengthy international run still left in front of it. There's no telling just how much this film is going to gross, already at 1.1.
Oh yeah, because I forgot the international movie gonna come out later. I think somebody said January, like, you know, because we could watch it, you know, this month. They gotta wait another month, January, something like that. Somebody said in the comments. I'm like, what? People like, what? But I think so, yeah. But they gonna make, anyway, oh shit, it's already at the billion. They might make 5 billion because the international ain't touched down yet, I don't believe. So, and this is only for the USA marketing. I think USA, or I think it's USA. I think so, yeah. But they whew, $1 billion, you can make about goddamn 5 or 6 goddamn movies. Whichever they doing. Spider-Man 4, 3 movies. $1 billion. Whew. I gotta see what's they, but like, let me know kind of like what's their budget is. Let me know in the comment down below, like what's their budget. I gotta know what their budget is for. I might look it up though if they tell me. But because if the budget is that much, they made 10 times higher than what the budget was. No cap. If I ain't said the budget yet, but I'm just saying though, like $1 billion plus, because it's still growing every day. Yeah, so
$1.6 billion at the time of recording this video. But now that we're through the 2 first weekends domestically, everybody has had a chance to weigh in, be a lot less secretive and a lot more forthcoming about what was going on behind the scenes in trying to pull this film together. Everyone from Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige behind the scenes to, of course, Tom Holland, the main actors in the film. And now today we have a whole list of alternate or deleted scenes and an alternate ending for the film that I think really would have changed the position that Peter Parker was in and all the details going forward as to what happens with his character. We're breaking down this entire list of an alternate ending and deleted scenes.
Yeah, cause I kind of feel that they got some different endings, because you could tell they got different scripts and shit from the movie. Because on the trailer it says, Juan said something, I forgot, he said I warned you or something like that. Yeah, he said he told Dr. Strange, you know, I warned you on the, you know, he went to the circle thing, you know, into another dimension, wherever he went. And then the other one, we watched the movie, it was something different. He was like, y'all, you know, I'm out of this. And he went to it. So he didn't really, like, he warned them on the trailer. So that's why I was saying, like, they made different scenes. You feel me? You know what I mean? Different scenes and shit. Or they might edit it out. Like, you know, like, well, we already know about the trailer because they did edit a lot of shit out. You know what I mean? So we're going to get spoiled and shit. But yeah, you could tell, like, it was a lot of deleted or edit scenes. And you can tell by the trailer, you know what I mean? So, yeah, they probably did make alternate ending and lead it, you know, lead to something. Because on the trailer, it said that, but Juan on the movie was like, nah, I'm going to leave. You know, I'm out of this and shit. And then, you know, and other trains didn't wink, you know what I mean? So that's why I was like, oh, yeah, they changed, you know what I mean? A lot of shit. Not really changed a lot, what they did change. Not change a lot of shit. I haven't changed that. That scene that I know from the trailer, I was like, okay, they changed this shit. But other ones, I don't know. They probably didn't, nah.
Things that didn't quite make it into the film. That also includes some different interaction between the Spider-Men as it applies to Green Goblin. But first, if you could consider hitting the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from the anonymous 4chan plot leak, industry insider scoop, all the way to the official Easter eggs, trailers, and breakdowns, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing is for you, consider hitting the subscribe button, leaving a comment down below. We're giving away a PlayStation 5 at 920,000 subscribers, which we are literally going to hit any day. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So as I mentioned in the prologue, we are going to run through the full list of alternate and deleted scenes, but I want to start at the end with the alternate ending, because there's actually quite a bit I want to say about this. The alternative ending would have been where Strange sends the trespassers back to their universes, but without casting a new spell, and Peter's identity.
Oh.
remains public. Peter graduates high school, but still breaks up with MJ and distances himself from her and Ned to protect.
So his identity still be there, but he had to break up with her so they can
them from his enemies. Now, it's super easy to see why they would have changed this ending. In both instances, the agency is with Peter. He makes the choice, but the way they did it in the film, the imminent breaking of the multiverse, all of the threats that are about to come through it are the reason he chooses that spell. It's not something that he wants, it's something that he has to do.
Yeah, that's what I say. It wasn't his choice. He had to, because if not, then it's gonna be like probably variants of Goblin or variants. It might be, what's that dude? Rhino. There's a lot of villains, out there for Spider-Man. So yeah, see, he had no choice. He had to do it. So that's why he told Dutch Train, like, hey, yeah, you let that look like, do it, type of shit.
In order to defeat them.
Right.
The other way around, he would have defeated the enemies, but then it would have been his choice and something he wanted to do, distancing himself, trying to protect them. We essentially would have had to watch Peter Parker break up with MJ on screen in what would have been the denouement of the film. It definitely would not have felt right, and that doesn't even seem like it's something in Peter Parker's arc. So while his decision is the same, his want and intentions behind the decision are vastly different in the film version versus this alternate ending. And while this may have been early in production, they really nailed the ending of this. Also, a great time to mention.
No, they did nail the end. No god, they did though. No god.
If you watched the film even once or twice like me and felt like maybe Sony got one over on Marvel, erasing his connection in world to all those characters and the growth of his character arc over all these films.
No, they did. Sony is smart though. They did. Yeah, they got one for MCU, cause now his memory erased, but everybody memory erased. I mean, Doctor Strange, now he don't know him no more. The Avengers don't know him no more. So Sony, you ain't slick, motherfucker. You did that shit on purpose, just so you can be in your movie. You ain't slick, motherfucker. But I know Sony did that shit, so he might go to. Nah, I was like, Sony's sad. I was like, but now they is gonna make another Spider-Man. But I'm just saying, but he ain't really part of the MCU. Well, he is part of the MCU, but they don't know him like that no more. You feel me? So it's like, we see how the story goes when Spider-Man 4 come out and shit like that. But yeah.
Remember, this is actually leading to character growth in and of itself, taking away the benefactor, the name of the Avengers, all of his friends around to help that are also superheroes, leaves him in a position of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man who's got to work at the Daily Bugle to pay his bills and make his own suit. So in a way, this actually did lead to character growth in an arc for a character and gets to show now what Peter Parker learned from all those connections as he tries to stand on his own 2 feet, his own 2 webs. You guys get it. Now let's run down the rest of these extended or alternate scenes, deleted scenes that are being reported. The first of which would have been an extended version of Peter's interrogation where Matt Murdock arrives to demand Peter's release. We had heard about that in a couple of the pseudo plot leaks before. I like the way they did it. It was succinct, it was quick, to the point, and also got to showcase a little bit of Daredevil's powers without letting the cat completely out of the bag. The next one would have been Peter's court hearing where Matt proves Peter's innocence, but Peter's Stark Tech is apprehended by Damage Control. They basically wrapped that up in the way that they did it, and I don't think we needed any extra Matt Murdock. This film was about the characters in it. I'm surprised they pulled off as many cameos as they did. I'm glad they left it the way it is. There was a televised debate between J. Jonah Jameson and a Spider-Man supporter where the supporter raises valid points while Jameson uses comical straw man arguments. An awkward Midtown High student newscast where host Jason complains that his co-anchor Betty Brant abandoned them to go work for the Daily Bugle. That was something viral marketing they did. They had Betty Brant, the actress, working for the Sony TikTok for Spider-Man No Way Home as like a Daily Bugle intern. We showed a couple of those clips here at the channel. Again, they didn't need that in the film. There were more scenes of Flash Thompson passing himself off as Peter's best friend and mentor to promote himself in his autobiography. We definitely didn't need any more of Flash Thompson. My complaint about that first act, while I understand why they did it for the actors, it really felt like just lining up any actor that had been in the first.
Squarespace is a one-stop shop that helped me set up my online store.
First 2 films get a couple of scenes in, and we don't see them for the rest of the film. Spider-Man webbing up a robber played by Tom Holland's brother, Harry Holland, only for a Mysterio supporter to throw paint on his suit.
Oh yeah, I heard Harry supposed to be in Spider-Man No Way Home. Well, that was rumors though, but it was like Harry supposed to be, Spider-Man No Way Home type shit. I don't know, man, but yeah.
Holland has spoken at length about the scene, why he specifically had his brother hanging upside down because of Tom Holland complaining about having to hang upside down, and his brother checked him and said, "You're Spider-Man, you're going to be fine." So when they had his brother play the robber in the scene, Tom Holland made sure to make the stunt supervisors hang him upside down all day so he could see what it's like. He didn't like it, and at the end of the day, hilariously, the scene was cut, so it was all for naught anyway. We also heard about and reported on this Tony Stark's daughter, Morgan Stark, played by Lexi Robb. What would have happened in that scene was she would have been voicing her support for Spider-Man, as Stark Industries is put under federal investigation for financing Peter's activities. There was an alternate version of the Sanctum meeting where Wong pointedly tells Strange not to cast a memory spell because it's too dangerous.
Yeah, see, I was telling you, but I think they kept the scene though because they put it on the trailer, but they deleted it when the movie came out, so type shit. So it was like two different movies, not two different movies, but two different scenes in a way though. Cause he said don't cast a spell, but then when it was the movie, he said, I'm gonna leave or something like that. So that it was the same movie, but they put two different scenes on the same movie. Like they put one scene like actual movie, and then they put another scene for the trailers, probably to make it look good, which it did. You know what I mean? But yeah.
We actually saw that scene in the original trailer.
Yep.
Numerous extended and alternative interactions between the three Peters, which I'm sure there's comic gold all over those. Maybe in a future deleted scene or extended cut, we'll be able to see more of those one day. Maybe even in another crossover.
Yeah, but that's good though that they do that shit. I like that. I like that when they show us deleted scenes and shit. That shit fire though. No cap.
We're down the road on the big screen. We'll cross our fingers for that. In the meantime, we're hearing about one Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Peter Parkers, both alerting Tom Holland's Peter Parker that the Green Goblin is one of the greatest enemies that both have ever faced, and the one that always targets their loved ones. But I think their dialogue was pointed enough. Those scenes were super emotional already, and then by the time that they get to the joking stuff, it's past that anyway. Some of these I see why they're deleted. I know we're going to hear about more over the coming weeks, but that alternate ending, I am so glad that the writers went ahead and addressed that, maybe even on set or in later drafts. Benedict Cumberbatch has laughed and joked here recently, but said, not sarcastically, that Marvel definitely rewrites up until the day of, and sometimes continues to rewrite while they're shooting. And we've heard about that even with WandaVision, one of the greatest lines.
Yeah, they always do. They do that a lot though. They always write. Marvels always do that though. They always start the film, and then they rewrite the film. Like we write the script and say nah, we don't like, what I mean. So they all do that shit. I need a lot of movies. No, I don't think a lot of movies. I think Marvel do that shit. I ain't gonna say they are the only people do that shit. But so far, all I heard is Marvels that be doing this shit. Like they write it. They write the script, start filming, then now we're gonna do another. You filming, then they. You know what I'm saying, type shit. So, yeah.
That what is grief if not love persisting, written on the spot. This sort of thing is part of making great art, always attending to the changes that need to be made in the moment. Marvel gets it right most of the time, and while there are some nitpicks about this film, logical errors, to me, logical fallacies that only set up the narrative because the decision making so obviously is against the character, not enough for me to suspend disbelief. Logical fallacies that only set up the narrative because the decision making so obviously is against the character, not enough for me to suspend disbelief, not enough for me to be upset. It's definitely not akin to any of these DC outings, and really one of the best Marvel films that's been made when it had so many reasons it could have failed. Not only the hype, but the amount of working pieces they had to work into the film. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below, what you hope for the future of the Peter crossover, if we're going to get one, and any of these alternate or deleted scenes you think they should have included and why. And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right.
Yeah, anyway, man, leave a like on my channel, and that was probably No Way Home alternate ending and deleted scenes, man. So hey, let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know in the comment down below. Like it up. Some of my channel, man. I'm there to that 2,000, man. We at 600 to 1.610, I think. Yeah, so we going crazy though. We growing though as a family, man. So yeah, just like those on my channel. Yeah.